Hello and welcome, Link here. Time for Chronotopia second skin once again. A new day in a new place. As promised. I mean, I guess did I promise there will be a next episode? I don't even remember, maybe. But as promised, Berthy came pounding on her door early in the morning to wake her up. Get up, Tonka-skin! You've much to do today! Fates will lack of response, the cook took the liberty of entering the attic room. Tonka-skin, can you hear me? I can't believe it, she's still sleeping! Kionna, half open her eyes, still drowsy. What's going on, the fire? Fortunately, no! Well, you're quite a heavy sleeper, come on girl, get up! Through shaking her, Berthy finally managed to make the princess surface and the latter sluggishly wrapped her eyes. The night ended so fast. The day will end just as fast. I can guarantee you that. Come on, you're the last one. Kionna started to panic. The last one, everybody has already left. Not yet, but it'll be the case if you dazzle too much. I'm the one in charge of waking the servants up, and I naturally begin by the bedrooms downstairs. Since you're in the attic, my course ends with you. I already knock on the other doors. Oh, I see. Well, that is very nice of you, Berthy. Don't thank me and come to the common room instead. Don't forget you're supposed to be my assistant for a day. I'm counting on you. Oh, there was like literally footsteps in the background. Kionna jumped out of bed and followed on the cook's heels after a quick wash-up. By following her to her workplace, the young woman confirmed her prediction from the night before. All valets and servants she had met coming the other way did not miss a chance to greet Berthy. She must really be holding an important position in the castle. How lucky of her to have run into the cook in town. Well, here we are in the kitchens, you furry little animal. This is my kingdom. Kionna, you've been called a furry. That's oof. Oof. But to prepare the meals, Lord, the result will eat. I cannot work alone, I need multiple talents. Today you will be one of these talents. Oh boy. But I think like she can't cook at all. Really? Of course, for your first I'm not going to entrust you with a task that's too important. I need to see you in action first to evaluate what you're capable of. From now we're going to peel vegetables. Oh. Kionna lowered her eyes with a disappointed pout, which did not elude the good woman. What are you surprised about? There's no such a thing as a menial job, donkey skin. And if you chop vegetables into regular shapes, you will make the work of the vegetable cook easier. What is a vegetable cook? Oh my god. It's in the name! Well, insofar as the princess fests require an enormous amount of food, the staff working in the kitchen is composed of several specialists. There's a sommelier who's in charge of the wine, a sauce cook for the sauces. Yeah. A vegetable cook for the vegetables, a soup cook for the soups, and a roasting cook for exclusively takes care of roasted meals. We also need specialists for side tasks such as the tablecloths, valet, who specifically takes care of the laying the table on or the larderer, who's responsible for food preservation. Add to that a handful of commis and you get the creme de la creme in terms of culinary traits. I was not aware one needed so many people in the kitchen. And yet, you also have a role to play in this big orchestra. Even if it's a minor one, it's admittedly less prestigious to be the triangle player than the cellies, but you're nonetheless part of the same family. What about you, Berthy? What exactly is your role? I mean role. I serve as the conductor in a way. I've been appointed as the head chef. So it's made to conceive menus and supervise the different cooks. Oh, that is quite an important position. And that I make a point of being worthy of it.
Kionna was impressed to learn that Berfi was at the very top of the hierarchy of the king's servants. She became even more impressed when she got to admire her in action. Whereas she was laboriously trying to follow the instructions she was given to obtain perfectly cut vegetables, Berfi seemed to accomplishing the same task with disconcerting ease. It made her guidance all the more precious, and the young woman felt proud to be the protégée of someone so important. When lunchtime came, the valets rushed to the kitchen to take the dishes in a great ballet of plates. Kionna could not help but be afraid that they would trip over and overstep on the way. The procession was constant, uninterrupted. Curse after curse, the meals were all sent until the home finally allowed the servants to bring the leftovers from the to the common room. Participating in the common effort, the princess followed suit by carrying a pâté and croûté. Berfi took the opportunity to get closer to her and whisper,
"Oh yes, usage requires that the staff in a king's service eat the lunch leftovers according to their order of importance. The royal steward and myself will be served, then it will be different cooks and so on and so forth. Since you just arrived as the goose herder, you will inevitably be one of the last to be served." "I see."
"So maybe you will not get anything, sounds like." Until then, Kionna had been used to be served first as a princess, and she could not deny that it was unpleasant to be among people of lowly status. Get used to it! Bitterness took over her heart, and she was watching the cooks eat. The natural order of things was not respected. It was for her that Berfi should have worked. Oh boy, here we go again! Even so, the young woman was so hungry that she swallowed her pride. What pride? Pride of what? To have pride, to have actual real pride, you have to accomplish something on your own. Just saying. Given a chance and he attacks. She took comfort in telling herself that she was discovering what was going on behind the scenes of the castle life, and that this experience would certainly be useful once she would assume the throne. Bold of you to assume that you will get that. Instantly, she fully intended to become Berfi's master by wedding Griselda. Consoled, she imagined a sweet future in which all these people would be working towards fulfilling her desires, a future that was within reach. Calm down, calm down, calm myself down, calm myself down, calm myself down. I know this is triggering you. I know this is... Yeah, this is triggering me, that she's still thinking that way. It's so annoying.
Well then, Kitskin, you look upset by the drink like it's something wrong. It's nothing. I just need some more time to get used to your customs. That's quite normal, you've just arrived. You'll see in a few days you'll be at home.
The princess let out an arrogant smile. Oh, there it is! There it is! The punchable smile. Indeed, in a few days she would have the occasion to speak to Lord Griselda, and soon she would be queen. No. Unaware of her new recruit's insolent thoughts, Berfi expounded on their afternoon agenda with enthusiasm. She then offered to take her on a tour of the property, which Kionna gladly accepted. Oddly enough, she started with familiar place.
You've already visited the kitchen spot. I'd like to remind you that the catering trade makes up the bulk of the work in the house of any self-respecting sovereign. With such a tremendous amount of dishes to handle, your help will be welcome. I taught you some of the basics today, so you're free to persevere in this field. Who knows, you could improve under my command and become an excellent cook.
Dubbed.
I'm far from having your experience. That's only natural, eh?
Berfa cleared her throat and took her protégé outside.
There are many other activities that are necessary to keep the castle well run. For instance, cleaning household linen, as well as nobles' and retainers' garments, is a task that is very time-consuming. The washing place is located in a corner of the courtyard. If you choose to be a laundry woman, That's where you'll have to go to wrap and rinse the laundry. It's a convenient place that's very popular when it comes to chatting. You may make some friends in the process.
She doesn't care about making friends, let's face it.
Understood. Another sizable activity would be the castle's upkeep. The monarch likes to live in a clean palace and receive guests in the good conditions. But with the sheer number of servants walking through the corridors every day, you can easily imagine that they get dirty real quick. It's a profoundly thankless job, but someone's got to volunteer to do the dusting, sweeping and cleaning of the ground. If you sacrifice yourself, note that the others will thank you for that.
Yo, did you see that? The eye roll. Oh. Oh no.
We'll see if I have the courage to do so.
We know you don't care about others.
In any case, those are the 3 major tasks you can choose to carry out in the afternoon once you'll be done with tending to the geese. You're free to alternate between tasks to test out different things or to focus on a single task should you want to specialize. Of course, the more you repeat the chore, the more experience you gain, and the more dexterous you'll become too.
Wait! No? It's not? Yes! Dude, that's hidden so crazily. I'm surprised I noticed that thing. I was just looking at that. At that corner. Oh, okay, that means I probably missed 1 or 2. Or all of them. Now I'm curious how many I missed. Damn.
Thank you for the precisions. You're welcome. Oh, before we forget, how you spend your spare time is none of my business, but I'd like to make a few suggestions if you don't mind. It's fine with me, I'm listening. If you don't know what to do, or if you're feeling isolated, walking the hallways can prove to be surprisingly instructive. Retainers come and go all the time, so you can come across people who need help or weird rumors. I suppose that rumors are rife in such a place. If you need to get some fresh air, you can always take care of the garden. You can come rake the alleys full of the weeds and watch the animals.
Dude, she rolled her eyes again.
Prince Griselda often comes here to look after his birds of prey. Don't dare to approach them, or else he will get very angry.
I might want to go there for. What was that you mentioned? What you said? From garden. Rake alleys, okay. Alright, garden. Got it.
Thank you for the warning. I'll do my best to not commit a blunder.
Meanwhile, I'm here. Oh my god, this is a chance to create a terrible situation. I'm totally become the villain here.
Naturally, I'm always busy in the kitchen at the time of the day since I need to oversee all the meals. You don't have to, but don't hesitate to come see me. I'll never refuse an extra pair of hands. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, if you'd rather rest in your room, I won't judge you. This possibly just as valid, and it's better to overwork yourself if you're not feeling well anyway. You look a bit of a frail, and I don't want to get sick. I'll take care of myself. There's no way I'm going to disappoint you.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that part.
Now that's a relief. In that case, I think our tour is complete. I'm going back to the kitchen. Consider that you're off duty until further notice.
The cook hastily disappeared. She was certainly expected to prepare dinner. The sun. Whoa. The sun was already setting on the horizon. For that matter, so the princess esteemed that it was better to be sensible and not dawdle for too long. Seems like the one that was working in our previous kingdom works here now. What a coincidence. I mean the one in the middle. I do remember that one. Thus she retraced her steps in the common room. It was still too early for a large gathering, but several servants were happy talking around the fireplace. One is like, oh, she's cute. Oh, wink. They immediately noticed her appearance and invited Kionna to join them.
So, new girl, how are you feeling, nervous? I'm alright for now. I think I have learned the gist of the overall functioning and I hope to carry out my work the best I can. Oh, such intelligence! I understand why Berfi took you under her wing.
The young Moor smiled courteously. She did not have the slightest desire to tackle domestic chores and she would have gladly objected to doing them. However, she knew perfectly well that she was in a difficult position and she had to approach her prince without arousing suspicion. Furthermore, their tragic adventure. If anything, it was tragic for the family. With the Azem, the family had taught her that the slightest mistake could potentially be lethal. But it was not a slight mistake, for she had to be very careful. This is why she was imitating Floor's seriousness and adding her own touch of amiability in order to appear convincing. But obviously, this was something she had to keep to herself. Faker. In front of the chambermaids, Kionna preferred to retain the mask of a model student and not make waves.
But it's true! It really seems like she likes you. For some reason.
Do you think so? I was under the impression that she was treating everyone the same.
I don't mean to say you were her favorite or anything like that. It wouldn't be honest. Berfi likes everyone. She appears very strict, but she's always fair-minded. Even if she can Even if she can seem a little scary with her stature or her aberrant way of speaking, she cares deeply about paying attention to all the servants in her service and to the others too. It's sad. She's kind of doing the royal steward's job in his place. For sure, she works twice as much. The legendary steward is getting old. It may be unavoidable.
I don't know that Berfi was this popular. Given her position as head chef, I would have mentioned that retainers feared her.
Oh no, we do fear the royal steward, but not Berfi.
Whenever one of us is in trouble, we know that we can tell her and she will listen. That's really nice.
I know a laundry woman who wanted to take the day off to attend her funeral of her parents who had died in a fire.
Dude, I mean... Okay. Alright, never mind. I mean... I try to apply 21st century to that. I mean, dude... You're literally given days for that.
Well, the royal steward refused on the pretext that Lord Griseldi was organizing a great banquet. That night, the poor girl was sobbing wreck. Fortunately, she mentioned it to Berfi, who then managed to convince the royal steward in the name of Catholic moral teachings.
Right. So... whatever. Don't attack now.
I can't believe the old geezer dared to say no. It's not like she has to attend a funeral every day either. What can I say? He's been completely out of it for some time now. Maybe that comes with age. All this to say that you've been adopted in a flash. Be correct in return. It's a good way to thank Berfi for her trust.
Kionna left the servants with a head full of questions. She still knew too little about the cook, but she seemed to be a good person. In a way, she was reminding her of Nahima. And her boundless kindness. That evening during supper, the young woman observed Berfi from a distance and she saw her inquire about the condition of several servants. She seemed genuinely worried for each of them. Upset by so much energy spent at the service of others, the princess withdrew to her maid's room. Maid's room? Lying on her bed, she was staring at the ceiling, pensive. Life was not that bad. She was as close as possible to her suitor. What suitor? Surrounded by people who looked friendly at first glance, and she was already complimented for her diligence. Was everything going a little well? Was there truly no black spot? Yes. You should let your guard down. It went without saying that she was not very pleased by the loss of her status as heiress to the throne, but really, this was only a temporary situation. We'll see about that. Searching her mind, Kionna managed to extract the answer from her memory. What she was missing the most was... someone else to solve her problems? I mean, let's face it, that's the truth. As we know, in every situation, so far, in every problem, it was someone else who would solve it. You know what, let's go with the second. The last time is kinda meh of a choice. The first one... Sorry, I did not sleep well tonight. Let's go with godmother's advice. I feel like this one is the most appropriate for this situation. What the young woman was truly missing at that moment was the good advice of her godmother. The month pace of the farm life hardly allowed daydreaming, but she had still felt the need to consult the fairy many times during her stay with the Anselmi family. Wait, what? I don't remember that happening. Instantly, she would have wished their single meeting to last much longer. There were so many questions she wanted to ask. How could she know if she was doing the right thing? You don't. You never do. Kionna did perfectly master the protocol of being a princess, but she was not used to speak to common people, and she never really knew how to behave. The art of discussion was complex. She had to analyze her interlocutor's gestures, words and emotions in an attempt to imitate them as best as she possibly could. But retainers did not communicate the same way? The same. Same, right? But the retainers did not communicate the same way as nobles did. But I'm gonna do this. They were more spontaneous, unvarnished. And now that she was immersed in a new environment, the princess was all the more eager to see a familiar face again to share her fears. That is when the realization imposed itself on her, casting a shadow over her mood, since she had gone back in time. What the young woman had lived no longer existed. Still, I mean, makes you wonder if this is a little bit like a Re-Zero thing. Like, you know, she moved kind of, but she actually died? Kind of thing. That, you know, the life for Fleur and so on continued over there, but she's now kind of somewhere else. Like Kionna is somewhere else. Anywho. As long as she was possessing this power, Kionna could never tell anyone about her adventures. They would not understand. They would call her crazy. I mean, I would call you crazy even if without you telling me about the adventures. Inevitably, Medea was the only person she could confide in. She was sure of it. The fairy would understand, seeing as it was thanks to her power that the princess had been able to brave death twice. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. After all, she was 6 feet under at some point. Wait, was she... Was she 6 feet under, or was she... I don't remember now. She was not put 6 feet under, right? She was just locked... She was just locked in a glass coffin. Now that I think about it, yeah, she was in a glass coffin. And she was not under the ground. I know it would be dangerous thing to do, but it was still a glass coffin. Why didn't she try to break out from that? It would be doable. Anyway. Eventually she was underground, but... Wait, now my memory is showing its true colors. I remember the little thing, I don't remember the full details. But she was supposed to wake up when she was still not under the ground. So she would be... We know she would... And it was said, definitely, that... like, her body was still visible. Because she was, like, in a glass coffin, basically. Huh. Whatever. Anyway. Her godmother had every reason to rebuff her. Yes. Kionna had circumvented the inevitable consequences so that she would not have to sacrifice her memories. So there was no doubt that the supernatural being would not appreciate being tricked. Ooh, please trick her. Ooh, that would lead to super bad end, wouldn't it? Yet that was the only way she had found to maintain Akima's friendship. Was she really guilty? Yes! The princess sighed. Upon consideration, there were too many things she did not know regarding her godmother. Her personality seemed perpetually elusive. Changing position, the Aquaman slumped to the side, turning her back to the door. Her cheek pressed against her hand in a melancholic posture. I wonder how Medea became a fairy. I know, but if you want to become a fairy, no, you don't deserve that. Too good of a title for you. Aging from her first day at the castle, Kionna did not take long to fall asleep. Her head filled with the experiences she had felt, and excited by the prospect of living new ones. Okay, you know what? This will be a little shorter episode, but I'm freaking hungry. So I'm gonna cut it right here, right now, and I'm gonna get something to eat. With that being said, for tomorrow, next day in this new area, we'll see where this is all going. Hope you enjoyed. Consider liking and subscribing, always appreciated. Link to the game in the description, of course. Go and get the game on Steam yourself, or find it on itch. It's also for sale. That is correct. And with that being said, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.